I'm here to buy me a big screen TV. My first big screen, man. 40 inch, about 265.
Where's that product made? Probably in China.
China.
This is made in China.
Do you know where that bike was made?
No, but I know it's healthy.
Where were these products made, do you know?
Probably from China, where else, everything else made.
Oh, made in America.
Well, American is better.
So is this American?
I'm not sure if it is American, but hopefully it is.
Yeah, I think I got a great deal. Can't beat $300 for a 46-inch TV.
Tell you the truth, I didn't even come here exactly for this, but I seen it and couldn't pass up the deal, man. For, $200, you can't really, beat that. So they told me it was $200, and now it's in my cart now,
Did you see where it was made?
Oh, yeah, it was made in China. Hey, I'm fine with it, If the American people can't provide me with what I need, I got to get it from China. Hey, it is what it is, I'm just being truthful, Don't hate me.
So how do you feel when Americans buy Chinese products?
I feel really bad because what happened is not just America buying a Chinese product, which is American people losing their jobs.
I was laid off 3 times within 6 months until I was permanently laid off.
I graduated with my bachelor's in 2004. I've been out trying to use that, of course, because I spent a lot of money going to school. And I haven't been able to find anything.
China, I think, is responsible for, wiping out a good deal of the manufacturing that we have or had in Northeast Ohio. And I think that is continuing as they continue to manipulate their currency, as they continue to not have the level of workplace safety or environmental or health standards that we have here in the United States.
And it just really is unfair that, being in a country as great as the United States, to have our people struggling the way they are, to not find what is just common. You work, that's what you do. And for them not to find that month after month after month, it just doesn't make sense to me yet.
I don't know if it's the president, I don't know if it's the... Honestly, I don't know who to point the blame to.
If we talk about who's to blame, I think partially our own government.
Our government should be doing something.
They could have stepped in, I think, a long time ago.
Please hear us and please understand that companies like this are special. Small companies are what makes America. And unless somebody does something about unrestricted importing, you're going to lose the rest of us, too.
The corporate responsibility is to its shareholders, and it often has a legal fiduciary responsibility to its shareholders. The government has a responsibility to the people and the national interest. Those are not necessarily the same. It's not generally regarded as the job of a large American company to, substitute itself for the government. What most of the companies want to do is they want to be consistent with government, with U.S. law and U.S. practice. If the government tells them that they would like them to do something, they generally do it.
So they don't have any responsible per se to the American people other than obeying the existing laws and regulations. Is that fair?
Well, what responsibility would you like them to have to the American people other than trying to be good corporate citizens and to be profitable?
Would you define a good corporate citizen as a company that moves its factories over to China and creates massive unemployment in the Midwest? Is that good corporate citizen?
Well, I think that you'd have to go case by case.
Behind me is the headquarters of the National Association of Manufacturers, which unfortunately has become a major misnomer in recent years, because the name really should be the National Association of Manufacturing Things Someplace Else.
If you go back and you look at the National Association of Manufacturers meetings in which they were talking about endorsing or not endorsing the Ryan Murphy China currency bill, you will see that there was a huge split where the small and medium-sized manufacturers endorsed the bill. But the 20% of the membership that gives 80% of the dues didn't want to have anything to do with the Ryan Murphy China currency bill.
Brian O'Shaughnessy is the chairman of Revere Copper, a company founded by none other than Paul Revere, and the oldest manufacturer in America. And O'Shaughnessy has been on the inside of the National Association of Manufacturers when it has opposed bills like those offered up by Tim Ryan to stop China's currency manipulation.
I stood up before a group of 300 of the most powerful CEOs in this country, and I told them, as we consider NAM's support of this bill, I think those of you who have facilities in China, I think you should recuse yourself from voting. You're conflicted. You have to choose between your company and your country, and you can't do that. Well, I was shot down in flames.
By all intents and purposes, a lot of these companies are not American companies anymore.
General Motors takes TARP money and opens up factories in China. Caterpillar Tractor shuts down plants in Peoria and opens up 3 factories in China. General Electric and Boeing are essentially trying to become Chinese companies.
Look at Coca-Cola. American-sounding company, isn't it? I mean, how American can you get other than Revere, Coca-Cola? The president of Coca-Cola is from South Africa. The chairman is from Turkey. Now, you want to ask them what America's international trade policy should be? You shouldn't listen to them.